at Salon Centric in American Fork, Utah, and they asked me to come in today and do a demo and have a model here and show these amazing girls that came to learn from me today how to do what I'm gonna call a base sombre. So this is Megan. You guys probably have seen her in like 3 of my other videos. Megan's gone from like pink hair, turquoise hair, brown hair, melted hair. I mean, gosh, she's done all of it. But today she is pregnant. Today she's pregnant. She's been pregnant. She's 20 weeks pregnant. There's a little baby growing in here. But I want to explain to you guys what we're doing today. And you guys, these guys are so amazing. These guys have been like following me through social media, and Salon Centric has pretty much told everyone, come learn from Mandy. So I'm so excited that they're all here. Salon Centric had this little thing displayed. It was so nice of them. Anyway, so what we're doing with Megan's hair today is I'm gonna have you look down at the camera. Okay, check out that gnarly line of demarcation. We actually are glad that she has this because it's the perfect example for these girls to watch how to transform a line of demarcation. So what we're doing today is we are going to actually give Megan a little bit more low maintenance hair. Is it gonna be sad that she won't see me every single 4 to 6 weeks? Yeah. But at the same time, it will be easier for her in her life because she's becoming a mom, she's busy, and she just doesn't want to deal with touching up roots, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. We're going to be using a mixture of Redken product. We're going to be using Redken Chromatics, Redken Color Gels, and Redken Shades EQ today. And we're of course using Olaplex because no client that sits in my chair doesn't not have Olaplex in their head. So we're using Olaplex. We want to keep as much health as possible. I'm going to be using my MB Mesh foams, okay? So these little guys here, which are amazing. I'm using this because I'm hot and I'm fanning myself. Hold on. Hold on. Watch my videos, you know that I love these. I have a discount code for you guys, MSS20, 20% off. Go buy a box. You will love them. It will change the way you do hair. It will make your life easier and it will help your clients be more comfortable. So go buy some. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get going on the formulation. These girls are here to not only just watch me, but we're all hairdressers. All of these girls are licensed cosmetologists. They all do hair all over the place, and we are all going to gather together and we are going to formulate together. I'm putting these girls to work. I'm not the only one just doing it. So let's get going on the formulation, and I'm excited for you guys to be watching together. Also too, this isn't going to be a complete 100% tutorial because it just takes a lot of time to do that, but I'm going to show you bits and pieces, okay? So because I'm blending through her base and I want to get rid of this line of demarcation, I'm probably going to take an overlap on her hair about to the temples, her base color, and then through the mid shaft, probably from where I end the base through like right through here, I'll actually do a little bit of a mixture of weaving with low lights, but a different tone. I'm not going to use the same exact color. Chromatics to Redken gels to then at the end my toner that I'll be using on her hair. Natural level 7, 6, 7, kind of in between. So I want that line of demarcation just to fade. I want it to go to about here, and then through here I want a little bit of a warmer kind of golden tone, and then her ends will be really, really light. So to start off, you guys, with her base, I'm going to start using the Redken Chromatics, the 5NN, which is the Ultra Rich. I'm excited. I've heard great things about this color. So the next color we're going to be using on her hair is we're going to be using the 8P, which is Pearl, and it's like a very beautiful translucent color. And I'm going to be putting in 1/4 ounce. So the next color I'm going to use at her base is the 6G, and I'm going to just be using literally a slither of it. I'll show you guys. I'm going to just do this. That much. Last color. So as of right now, you guys, I have 3 colors already mixed in my base. Is that completely necessary? I would say yeah, if you want to have a very beautiful multi-dimensional tone. And then the very last color that I'm using is going to be 6NA, which is a neutral ash, and I want this to be more of the dominant tone. I want this to be more of the result of her hair, okay? Last color, so right now we have 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th color. So right now in her base, I have 4 different tones that are going to go onto her base. Okay, so I have 2 ounces of color, so I'm going to go in here and equal part that to 2 ounces of the 10 volume oil line. Overlapping it and going on top of her blonde right now. Of course, I'm dragging it past the line of demarcation. So this is totally like, it doesn't, the application of chromatics I mean, it's a little smooth, but I wouldn't want to do an all over color with it. That's for sure.
Especially if you're used to gels, that's just a totally opposite.
Totally. This gel, it just goes so good. Here's the biggest trick too, is you don't ever want to have this hair just like fall over, because then all of this hair will get totally stained and will get color on it. So I just like to take one of my foams here, and then this is when you can go in here and let that sit right on top of it, because that way you won't have any stainage at all. So you just work your way all the way until how far. For me, what I like to do with the back of the hair, lower in the back, because you want everything to kind of start higher and then end up lower in the back. This is something you don't learn in the books, you know. That's
when this wasn't around, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So you have to teach.
Yeah.
None of these colors were around when I was.
I know.
It was like single one.
Yeah.
It was a weave.
I know.
That was it.
And it was like a cap, even when I was in school.
For sure. It was perm.
Rollers.
Yeah.
People that don't like continue to go to school, I'm like, why would I go to you?
Yeah. You need to further your education for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then you do something that you think you're gonna be fantastic at, and it's like, oh, that just
didn't work.
completely
Didn't do what I wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah. We have Megan here all based out, okay? I'm leaving out her bangs until the very end because I have to really be tedious and precise with her bangs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and start blending in that harsh line that's deposited into her hair right now, and we're going to be using some color gel. I'll be using 5NG, which is a neutral gold, 7NW, which is a neutral warm, and 7GB. So we're going to go in here and mix up a little bit of Redken Flash Lift. We all know it's my fave. I'm going to be using 1 scoop of that. Trying to blend through and to brighten up her already blonde color. So I'm going to go in here and use a 10 volume on my Redken Flash Lift, 1/2 ounce of 10 volume. And then I'm going to be using Olaplex, and this is going to go in and create a 10 volume to be a 5%. I'm going to be adding in 1/8 ounce of Olaplex, and that will dilute it down to 5%. I love it, you guys. I can't live without Olaplex. Like, there's no way I could do what I do without it. So it's been like the best investment of my life. Okay, you guys, so we are off to the back. We have the sides finished, and we're gonna just bust through the back really quickly. If you guys see this, you're probably thinking like, holy crap, that looks so scary. This is exactly what I want to be seeing, and this is what's fun because this is a challenge, and I love challenges. So I'm gonna really quickly just explain to you guys how I'm doing this, okay? Base color looks very beautiful. It may look like, holy cow, black, white, super contrasted. It will actually fade into like a 6 level and it'll be perfect. So I'm gonna take an MB mesh foam and I'm gonna set that right on top so all this blonde hair doesn't get touched by the brown color, because we don't want that to happen. So as you guys can see here, you see how that is just a complete line. See how it just stops from brown, stops, and then blonde. We don't want that. We don't ever want to see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my weaving comb and I'm going to just go through here and just do what I call the windshield wiper method. And I'll just go back and forth like this. And I will just keep doing this all the way until I see any harsh lines that blend through, okay? Then what I'm going to do is weave out that color. And I am putting on here a 5% blonde, because I don't need to necessarily strip out color, and just add on some lightener and disconnect it, and it will totally eke through that base color. And I'm changing it every other one, taking my Redken blur brush and blurring any harshness that I see. Then what I like to do is I'll take my MB mesh foam and I'll place that right underneath here. And voila, take the next section, and I'm doing every other one, okay? Typically you can go in here and just paint on that entire section. But I like to weave it out because it disconnects color and it disconnects everything together. So then this subsection, I'll place it right underneath the foam. So that is not touched. And this will be pretty because this is going to break up the blonde that she has in her hair already. So we want this to be a multi-dimensional tone, and I'm actually going right on top of that base color because you can. And I'm just going in here making sure that's very saturated. What I love about color gels is how smoothly it applies, how jelly, how saturated it gets just by itself. And it's my all-time favorite. I will say though, you guys, as I did her base color, it's chromatics, it doesn't budge. Let's just say that. Okay, you guys, so I'm here in the front and I'm going to show you guys how to do bangs, okay? So I'm going to be taking little vertical pie sections and I'm going to be using some foils here. Base color right at the root, okay? Just at her virgin hair. I'm going to maybe go a little past that. And then what I want to do is I want to add in blonde right to the very end, okay? So we're kind of just melting it together. That's what I'm doing on the bangs, okay? And then I will take my blur brush. I will take my blur brush and I will blur that together so it transitions really, really nicely. And I'm going to put product on it and I'm going to just take the ends and just go like that because it's easier. And that's the fun thing about doing hair is you figure out what works and what doesn't work and what's easier and what's not. So this is easier for me.
So you find you like chromatics better for smudges,
For basics.
more rudies, more ombre?
Yeah, for sure. Megan is done processing. We are gonna go and wash her out. We are gonna be making sure we have Olaplex number 2 added to her hair for 7 minutes. I mixed up a toner. We have 9T, 9B Shades EQ with clear. And then we have my great little Color Magnetics Redken shampoo and conditioner. So we will come right back to you guys and show you guys the results of her hair. Redken pillow proof that I want to add it to her hair before we blow dry because it's going to give it a heat protectant and it's also going to dry the hair about 70% faster. And the next thing I want to put in her hair is anti-snap. And I absolutely love this stuff. I couldn't live without it, and every one of my clients usually go home with anti-snap. So it's a leave-in treatment, and I love it a lot because it feels like nothing is left on the hair. What I like to do is I'll just take it from the mid-shaft and I'll just kind of squeeze that into the hair and really let it soak up. I'll just go throughout here and put it everywhere. Also smells amazing. The last thing I like to put in the hair is I'm going to put in some Volumizer, which is from Redken. It's Guts and it's number 10. And it's my all-time favorite. So Megan likes a lot of volume, as much volume she can get. She has actually pretty fine hair, so whatever we can do to get her extra volume, we'll do it. Finished with Megan's hair. For the results, we are in love. Let's just say that. Turn all the way around. Show them the back. Look how beautiful it is. Look how good it transitions. There's no harsh lines whatsoever. There's no line of demarcation, which we love. Her blonde popped into an icy platinum blonde, but we also have her beautiful low lights that are kind of giving your hair a little bit of a separation, and it's kind of popping out every single tone, which I absolutely love. What was tricky about her hair was bangs, okay? When you're doing a sombre and bangs, and it's involving bangs, that's the hardest part. So So going onto a diagonal and doing little slivers onto the hair worked out perfect. The blur brush is my best friend, we'll just say. Love the blur brush because it fixes all my problems. But we are so happy with the results. Are you? Do you love it?
I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
She's gonna be really happy that she's not gonna have to do much with her hair. That's what's gonna be good about her hair. So we used Olaplex in her hair today. Her hair feels great. The integrity is great. We trimmed off her ends a little bit, but look down for them. Look how good that transitions. Before, when we first started, you guys remember how she was like a kind of a blob blonde with a line of demarcation? This totally just transitions amazing. And that was the biggest goal with her hair, and that's what we wanted, because we don't want her to have to deal with no more roots, nothing like that. Nobody wants that, really. So anyways, you guys, I had such an amazing day here at Salon Centric. The people that came were amazing. The girls that came, I loved them so much. And I'm going to be doing some of these videos quite often, so stay tuned for that. And I love Salon Centric for a few reasonings. They carry all my Redken product that I need. That's what I love more than ever. I just want you guys to see a close-up of this hair. It turned out beautiful. We love it so much. Talk about chromatics on the base. I actually loved it a lot. I wouldn't necessarily, I don't know if I would use chromatics for an all-over color, because this is why. It doesn't glide, it doesn't slip, it just is kind of gluey and it sticks right onto the hair. So I feel like it's really good because it doesn't budge, but I think it's really good mainly for base colors. Anyways, you guys, I hope that you learned a little something. I didn't do a ton of education with you guys today here at Salon Centric, but I taught the other girls, and that's why I was here today. But I wanted to show you guys a little behind the scenes. So anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in, watching the video. Big fat thumbs up for Megan and being pregnant, her being patient and being a model for me and having an amazing little crowd, and she was just so friendly and adorable. Just love her. And honestly, her bangs are amazing. She's banging. Anyways, you guys, love you all. Stay tuned for my next tutorial, and I will see you guys later.